welcome back to Dropped In. I am so stoked to be here with you today and share a microdose hit of magic and medicine with you. And today we are dropping into all things the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is the age of information, and I like to call it the age of information overload. So let's drop in. I'm going to share some potent tips and tricks to support you and your nervous system in this age of information overload. So let's not sugarcoat what's been going on. Pisces had us in a spell. So the age of Pisces was ruled by illusion, belief, hierarchy, and you followed that permission slip. You outsourced your truth, your intuition to everything externally, to robes, to titles. And so knowledge was really centralized, and power was gatekept. If you wanted answers, you had this guy on this throne in a robe, or even a priest behind the curtain. But now, in the age of Aquarius, welcome to the rebellion. So you were born into the Aquarian age, the age of the glitch, the hack, the portal, the frequency shift. Ruled by Uranus, this age doesn't ask you to believe anything. In fact, it dares you to know. So to stop going outside of yourself and to go within, and to hold your own signal in the middle of 1,000 frequencies screaming for your attention. So let's put it this way. Pisces asked, who do I follow? And then there was Aquarius, the age that we're in now, asks, what am I wired to hold? And notice that there's a big difference. And so just for a moment, check in with yourself. Can you feel that? So in this new paradigm, you are the channel. You are the source. You're not here to memorize wisdom. You are here to transmit it. But with that power comes a new kind of pressure, doesn't it? Because when every voice is amplified, when the sacred meets the scroll, when your nervous system becomes the filter for constant digital noise, what happens to your energy? So let's talk about it. Again, the information overload is real in the age that we're in. This is the age of infinite input. And my friend, your body was never designed to process this much, this fast, this loud. In the Piscean age, truth trickled in. But in the Aquarian age, it lit. Every tab open is a tether. Every scroll is a spell. And every decision made in a dysregulated state becomes a blueprint for burnout. If you don't learn to regulate yourself, the algorithm will do it for you. And it doesn't have your liberation in mind whatsoever. And so this isn't a glitch. This is the game now. And I'm here to share that it is absolutely winnable. Not only if you stop trying to keep up and start creating from a calibrated core. You're not just building a business. You're becoming a frequency transmitter. And so let's talk about the body. The portal through which all of your self-sourced power flows. And so I'm going to share 5 nervous system truths every Aquarian age entrepreneur needs. Let me land these into your system like truth bombs wrapped in honey. First and foremost, shake the static. Information is electricity. And when you absorb too much and don't move, you fry. Your nervous system isn't broken, it's simply buffering. So, this is your invitation to get into the intention, to get into the rhythm, to shake, to dance, to even scream into a pillow if that is your jam. Roll on the floor, move the noise through your fascia. Don't spiritualize your shutdown. This is your invitation to alchemize it. Number 2, choose signal over noise. So, not all wisdom belongs in your field. Not every piece of content is coded for your nervous system. And so, ask yourself before you consume, does this regulate me or does it actually dysregulate me? Does this make me feel expansive or does it make me feel irrelevant? The nervous system doesn't lie. And so your clarity lives in your body, not your feed. Number 3, anchor in the physical. We can't outthink dysregulation, but we can outbreathe it. Feel your feet. Place your hand on your heart and ask, if my future self had already solved this, how would she breathe right now? And the moment you reconnect with sensation, you reclaim signal. And from that place, it's pure magic. Number 4, reclaim attention as currency. So every time you give your attention to something unaligned, you fund it. Energy flows where focus goes. I'm sure you've heard that before. And so your business doesn't need more strategy. In fact, it needs more presence. And so this is an invitation for you to create a daily hour of digital devotion. Let stillness rewire your power. And number 5, last but not least, this is your invitation to update the subconscious software. Your subconscious mind is literally running 95% of the show. And so your freeze that you might be experiencing, it isn't a flaw. It's actually a protective mechanism. And it's running on way outdated code. And so perhaps the stories that you might have that I'm behind or it's not working or you're just so frustrated, you have the wall kicking moments. These are often echoes from a nervous system that's never felt safe to thrive. But safety is an internal state, not a circumstantial outcome. And the moment you rewire that, everything begins to shift. And so here is the next level, the next evolution of your leadership. You're not here to survive this era, are you? In fact, you're here to lead it. You're not meant to scale like the old world did. That's old news. That's old, outdated data. In fact, you're meant to build in harmony with your body, aligned with your soul, and the collective frequency that you are anchoring. And so if this conversation touched something real in you, if it brought a sense of, oh my goodness, yes, this is in fact the missing piece, then your next move isn't more input. It's integration. So let this be an invitation for you to enter the Inner Pharmacy Playbook. This isn't more information to download. In fact, it's the remembrance your body has been waiting for. This playbook is the bridge between your nervous system and your next level, between your business and your biology. between your vision and the vessel built to hold it. Inside, you'll begin to rewire the way you lead yourself, your vision, your mission, your community, the collective, and generations to come. And you're not doing this by pushing harder or strategizing more, but by partnering with your body. You'll learn how to build a business that regulates you instead of draining you. You'll anchor into practices that fuel your clarity, your focus, and momentum, even when the world is spinning fast. And so you'll stop outsourcing your confidence and start becoming unshakable. And your business, it'll start bending to your rhythm, not the other way around. And so as a result from receiving this playbook, you can expect to walk away with a nervous system that knows how to hold big moves, big money, big magic, without the burnout. Imagine that. A new baseline of boldness that turns fear into fuel. Listen, I'm recording my podcast live on Instagram right now. Old version of Meghan, first time she went on her live, she pretended her computer crashed and died because she was so dysregulated. So when I share what I share with you, it's because I am the embodiment of my work. And I saw the gap, what was missing in my business and within my system. And I got down and dirty with the tools that I support myself on the daily to get into the space of being dropped in to my self-source power. And so in this playbook, you'll receive a business model that's innovative, soul-led, and profitable by design. Money codes that feel clean, ethical, and wildly abundant. And daily rituals that recalibrate your frequency so you can lead from pleasure, not pressure. And so this isn't about becoming someone new. In fact, it's about remembering who you were before all of the noise, before all of that information that has been abundantly available for you within milliseconds. Whether you go on TikTok or Google or ChatGPT, you're getting flooded with all of this information and your nervous system literally cannot handle it. And then we question why we're freezing, why we're not doing the thing, why we feel like we're stalling, why we feel exhausted, why we feel the pressure, the overwhelm, the stress. It's not you. It's your system, and it's overloaded. So we think, I need more strategy. I need to learn more ways to create content. I need to work with the next this and that, and constantly going outside of ourselves for more and more information. And your nervous system's like, I can't handle this anymore. It's too much. It's too soon. It's too fast. And that right there is trauma. So imagine when your system whispers to you, yes, I trust Meghan. There is a better way. Trust that. Follow it. And anchor it in. Because this is no longer the era of trying harder. It's the era of calibrate deeper. And you, my friend, you were built for this. I know you were. And I'm just going to keep getting louder and prouder about this work because this is the missing piece. This is the secret sauce. We all want to grow and expand. We all have this vision, this mission as entrepreneurs. It's what keeps us up late at night. It's what wakes us up first thing in the morning. And if we don't have the tools to support this next level of expansion, we're just going to continue to go on this hamster wheel and keep going outside of ourselves, trying to find the next best strategy. And I'm here to share with you that your nervous system is your best strategy. Your nervous system is running your business 95% of the time. Your nervous system is the real CEO. And when we can calibrate it to that next level of expansion of which you are calling in, let's just say infinite possibilities right here, right now. It's abundantly yours. It's innately yours. And the Inner Pharmacy Playbook is the tool to support you in growing and expanding to this next level. So for those watching on Instagram, comment CEO and I will send you the playbook directly to you. And for those listening to this podcast, please check the show notes and receive this gift, the greatest gift that you can give yourself and your business. This work is not being taught. It is hands down the secret sauce. This is what I teach with my one-on-one clients, what I teach with my masterminds, what we'll be sharing on stage at our live events for the Heartwired CEO Live. And this is the behind the scenes of what is available for you. So instead of going outside of yourself to find the answers are within you now. And all that it takes is for you to awaken your inner pharmacy. So comment CEO to receive the playbook. And as you listen on Dropped In, check out the show notes to receive the goods. Until next time, I will see you on Dropped In. Most people think scaling is about doing more strategy, more hours, more effort. Your success isn't about how hard you work. It's about how well your nervous system can hold what you're building. If your body is stuck in survival mode, no strategy in the world will make scaling feel sustainable. You'll stay in the cycle of overthinking, self-sabotaging, pushing harder while getting nowhere. Not because you don't know what to do, but because your system isn't wired to receive what you're working for. That's why I created the Inner Pharmacy Playbook. 143 power pages of real high-level strategy to regulate your nervous system, rewire resistance, and finally step into momentum that sticks. Because you weren't meant to build your empire through exhaustion. You were meant to build it with ease, clarity, and power. And that starts here. Go to the show notes and grab your copy of the Inner Pharmacy Playbook, because the next level of your business is not about grinding harder. It's about becoming the version of you who can hold it all.